Today we're working on our G major scale. Welcome back. Welcome to the studio. My name is Cassie and I'm a professional violist and teaching artist. So today we're working on our G major scale. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 octaves, and I'll put timestamps in the description below if you want to skip ahead to the octave that you're working on. So we're starting in first position on this one with an open G, and just a reminder that the finger pattern here is 2 and 3 touching. We're going to start with our 1 octave scale first, and I'm going to set my metronome at 74. We'll do 4 beats, then 2 beats, then 1 beat with no stop in between, and the top note is not repeated. 1, 2, ready, go. Our 2 octave scale, and I'm going to shift after I play my F sharp on the D string. So I'm starting the same way I did for my first octave, open 1, high 2, 3, open 1, high 2, and then I'm going to shift to third position, and my finger pattern here is 1, high 2, high 3, touching 4, and it's the exact same pattern on the A string, 1, high 2, high 3, touching 4. Just a reminder, if you would like my fingerings, I do have those posted on Patreon. There's a link in the description for you to become a part of our viola community. So let's get started on this 2nd octave scale. I'm going to set my metronome again to 74. We'll do 4 beats, 2 beats, and 1 beat. 1, 2, ready, go. going to tackle our 3-octave scale, and I want to do a shifting exercise before we get into that because we're going to get pretty high on the A string, and if you don't have a cutout bout like me, it can get a little bit dicey up there. So I'm going to take my first finger, and I'm going to go from first position, not pressing into the string, all the way up to the end of the string, and then just kind of pluck at the end. I call these ski jumps. And the reason that we're doing this is to be comfortable with this juncture right here. So your thumb's going to go from being on the side of the neck to going underneath and then onto the side of the fingerboard. So up close, that looks like this. Thumb's on the side of the neck here. We're going to go under the neck onto the side of the fingerboard and stay all the way to the end of the fingerboard. Let's try that a couple times. Thumb is on the side of the neck, under the neck, and then onto the side of the fingerboard. One more time. Now the tendency when we get to where the neck meets the instrument is to kind of let our thumb fly off into midair. That's not going to give us much support when we go into the higher positions. So we want to practice staying connected to the side of the fingerboard. Some people's hands are big enough that they can kind of stay underneath the neck here, but for me, I eventually need to come up to the side, and G major is usually when that happens. So everybody's hand is different and might be at a different point for you. But if you need to stop the video and practice that for a few minutes, I would advise that you do that. It's really good to get comfortable with that, that shifting pattern. Speaking of shifting patterns, we're going to shift at the same place that we did for the 2-octave scale. So after we play that F sharp, I'm shifting to third position. My finger pattern is still the same: 1, high 2, high 3, 4, 1, high 2, high 3, and then I shift. We're always shifting at half steps because that's an easier shift for your ear to hear and for your finger to find. So I'm going to play that third finger, and then I'm going to shift, 1, high 2, high 3, shift, 1, high 2, high 3, 4, and then I extend my 4 at the end. This is the same fingering pattern that we've been using for the other scales. We're just starting on an open string, so the fingering pattern is still a little bit different where we shift. So again, on the A string, after I find third position, 1, 2, 3, I shift, 1, 2, high 3, shift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And I'll call out those shifts the first time we do it for the 4-beat scale. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about aside from shifting up super high, which is going to be tricky and it takes a little bit of time to get used to. I want to talk about our bow's role in creating a good sound. So normally I want to be kind of halfway between where the fingerboard and where the bridge are to make the best sound. But as I get further up in my positions, my bow is going to have to compensate the shorter string length by coming a little bit closer to the bridge. So third position, you can still kind of be in the middle, and each subsequent shift up, you want to just think about pulling your elbow a little bit towards your back so that it's closer to the bridge, and that's going to get you your best sound. So I think we're ready to start that 3-octave scale. Let's give it a go. So same pattern, metronome's at 74, and we're going to do 4 beats, 2 beats, 1 beat, no notes are repeated. 1, 2, ready, go. joining me today. I really hope you found this scale video useful. If you like to practice your scales a different way, or if you'd like me to make a video of practicing scales in a different way, please post those in the comments below. I really enjoy trying to help from afar and making videos that are helpful for you guys. Happy practicing.